A protracted complaint by a vindictive and self-pitying fool is on track to become the highest-earning book in history. Prince Harry's self-absorbed memoir Spare. Although I can't help but think that Spare Us would have captured the public sentiment more accurately, managed to sell a staggering 1.4 million copies on its release day. It irks me when poorly written books, like The Da Vinci Code or 50 Shades of Grey, for instance, achieve great success. Not because I begrudge the authors their accomplishments, quite the opposite, but because it undermines my faith in the collective wisdom and appeal of a democratic mass. However, what we have here is something even worse. A book that, thanks to a skilled ghostwriter, showcases an impressive writing style but offers utterly cringe-worthy content. Harry is not the only conceited fool out there, nor is he unique in embracing the trendy culture of victimhood. Although it's quite an odd claim to oppress status when your room is only slightly smaller than your brother's in what is essentially a palace, after all. But Harry takes his incessant complaining to unconsciously comical heights with his sense of entitlement, his pettiness, and his burning rage over the perceived slights of his childhood. If he had distanced himself from the monarchy with a sense of republican virtue, he might have earned some respect. Instead, his grievance lies in the fact that the institution that pampered him prioritized someone else's claim over his own. His issue isn't with the monarchy itself, but rather with not being the absolute center of attention. One of the most exasperating aspects of the whole Harry affair is its omnipresence. Unlike most Brits, I have little interest in royal matters, and there are countless things I'd rather watch on Netflix than a pair of spoiled imbeciles whining about their supposedly difficult lives. However, I cannot escape this wretched subject. It dominates the airwaves and the internet, even following me to British Columbia where I am currently penning these words. Has Harry, as it is widely claimed, undermined the monarchy? Not in the way typically understood. Despite his unflattering portrayal of his immediate family members, they come out relatively unscathed in his book, despite him. King Charles III is depicted as a decent and respectable figure, while Prince William is characterized as dull but kind-hearted. It is important to note that the British prefer their royals to be unremarkable, dutiful, and slightly conservative. When Harry's great-great-grandfather, George V, was shown a collection of French Impressionist art, he jovially exclaimed to his queen, "Come and look at this, May. This'll make you laugh." Thus, depicting Charles, William, and Kate as unexciting personalities will not harm their public perception. However, there is a subtler way in which Harry's behavior could potentially damage the monarchy. He serves as a reminder of the perils of a genetic lottery. After all, what if he had somehow been next in line to the throne? One can suddenly understand why the late Queen insisted that William and his family should never travel together. As Tom Paine, the intellectual forefather of the American Republic, eloquently put it, "Kings succeed each other, not based on rationality, but as animals. Their mental and moral characters hold little significance." Perhaps. However, if someone with the mental and moral character of Henry Charles Albert David, Duke of Sussex, Earl of Dumbarton, and Baron Kilkeel were in line to ascend the throne, Parliament would likely intervene to alter the line of succession. This has happened before on several occasions, first in 1689, when James II was deposed in favour of his daughter and her Dutch husband, and most recently in 2013, when the rules were amended to allow elder sisters to inherit before younger brothers. My American friends are sometimes surprised by the extent to which the United Kingdom resembles a constitutional monarchy, where the sovereign serves at the pleasure of Parliament. This is partly influenced by the circumstances of America's own birth. During the 1770s, there was a prevalent conspiracy theory on both sides of the Atlantic suggesting that the Hanoverian monarchs planned to sideline Parliament and rule as despotic medieval kings. It is also a response to the pomp and grandeur associated with the monarchy, such as parades and state coaches. In truth, the crown serves a more ornamental purpose rather than a practical one. In fact, as I pen these lines, a Conservative Member of Parliament, Bob Seeley, who is also a former soldier, is proposing a bill to revoke Harry's titles, thus compelling him to face the consequences of his own decisions. If Seeley's bill were to be approved, Harry and his wife, Meghan, would find new reasons to indulge in grievances, likely alleging racism, sexism, or any other perceived injustice. They have become symbolic figures of our era marked by moral decline. Harry has a fondness for donning elaborate outfits and relishes the display of his medals and military ranks. He revels in the grandeur of the palace balcony and all the ostentatious symbols of wealth and power. It is evident that he thrives within the confines of the monarchy, and it seems that Meghan has convinced him that he should aspire to be king, likely so she can assume the role of queen. One cannot help but question Harry's intelligence when considering his belief that becoming king was a viable possibility. The reality is that such a scenario is unimaginable, and the fact that both he and Meghan may have seriously entertained the idea is unforgivable. Meghan apparently suggested that the title of king or queen should be determined through a popularity contest, drawing on her past experience of winning the homecoming queen title in high school. They seem to perceive themselves as superior and more popular than William and Kate. Additionally, they seek to distance themselves from critical British media by attempting to control the narrative, collaborating only on favourable aspects such as carefully staged PR photographs. Harry's actions betray a sense of envy. In comparison to one individual, namely William, he feels inadequate. It matters little that Harry possesses more than most people. There is a valuable lesson to be learned here, as expressed in the Jewish proverb that he who is rich is happy with his portion. Furthermore, William has the fortune of having Catherine, 3 beautiful children, and a supportive extended family. This, perhaps, is the greatest wealth of all. Many observed the way Harry looked at Catherine when he found himself in the role of a third wheel on William and Catherine's wedding day. While William and Catherine have progressed in their personal and professional lives, expanding their family and fulfilling their duties, Harry remains stagnant, trapped in his anger, drug use, and arrested development. When he met Meghan, he believed, on a superficial level, that she was superior to Catherine. However, if one were to strip away the external trappings of makeup and Hollywood glamour, it becomes apparent that Meghan is akin to a lesser-known, self-centered individual who has become a burdensome presence in Harry's life, metaphorically weighing him down and causing him to struggle. In stark contrast, William and Catherine lead lives centered around service, faith, and duty, with a deep love for their country, their family, and their role as future monarchs. Thank you for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel for more content like this. Don't forget to leave a comment down below and let me know what you thought of the video. And as always, stay tuned for the next one.